You would think, having done this once, that I would know how to do it again.
You are technology inept, my dear.
Just can never get it right.
Did you post the link?
Yes. People!
Oh my god, you scare me so much. I was like, I am the only people here.
Hello, everyone. We were just discussing my total ineptitude when it comes to anything technology-based. And you would think, having done this once, I'd be able to do it again. But no! You thought wrong!
No. So cozy.
So cozy. Hello, my darlings.
Oh.
Jess in suspenders.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Everyone's gay hearts are quaking.
I do tend to have that effect on most ladies.
The only thing about the streaming is how slow the comments are to catch up with what we're doing, and it's a shame. I want to see how you guys are reacting in live time, but it's like a minute later.
It's the same with Instagram when you go live on Instagram too.
Right?
Yeah.
All these live streaming things, it's always like, you're not wrong. I've been so sleepy all day.
Yes, you just had a power nap on my legs.
I just had to have a nap. And Jess can no longer feel her legs.
You woke up like, what time is it?
I woke up in a panic.
I was like, I know, it's okay. I've got it. And you're like, okay. And then I went back to sleep. I was like, give me some credit.
It's just in a panic.
I'm basically like your little admin manager at this point. So the fact that you thought I did not have that on the brain was quite offensive.
Thank you, Jessie.
You're welcome.
Okay. Tickle fight, who wins?
No!
Come back, Jess.
No, I'm leaving. I actually do need a wee, actually.
You scared her off. In a tickle fight, I would kick Jess's ass. Although, speaking of ticklish, I have a very ticklish ass. So, I'd kick her ass, but in return, my ass would be kicked. Ollie! Hi. Let's see. Giving Rachel Wise from The Favorite. Absolute. Oh, Rachel. She is a babe. You guys. I cannot get over Rachel Wise. Just the epitome of. Yep. Laundry room. I just said I have a ticklish ass, you guys. Doesn't have to be dirty unless you make it dirty. Rachel and the Mummy. Yes. Oh my god, guys. Rachel and the Mummy is like the epitome of everything that you like want. Like just Rachel Wise and the Mummy.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Kill me.
Yes, mama.
Rachel Wise in anything.
Rachel Wise in anything. Oh, you know what I haven't seen that I really want to see is that Disobedience.
With her Rachel McAdams.
Has anyone seen Disobedience? Because like I've been wanting to see it ever since I saw the trailer and just never gotten around to it, and I'm desperate. I want to see it so bad. All right. Is Taco Bell nice? I need food. Have you never been to a Taco
I
Bell?
think I've been to a Taco Bell.
Everyone's been to a Taco Bell. What? Taco Bell is
They
the
have them in
cheapest
the
of
UK
cheap.
now.
Do they really?
Well, they have one in where I live, like in the city. Yeah.
Where?
In the city, and then like there was when it opened like last year, and there was queues for like an hour to get in. And I was like, really? You're queuing for an hour to
That's because there's no Mexican food. I mean, not that you could call it real Mexican food, but no knockoff Mexican. There's nothing like, there is no good Mexican food in the UK. I can't find it anywhere, and I've been dying. That is like,
Okay, but we could say the same about your Indian food is trash. So much so that we're having Indian takeaway tonight because I was like, I need Indian food.
but Mexican food.
Mhm.
Oh, I've missed it so much. That's like out of all like the food that I like really miss, like the Mexican food is like at the top of my list. I just want a burrito. I want a burrito so bad.
We had one in Westfields.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
okay.
okay. It was okay. Just we have like Mexican food on every corner back home, and it's just Mexican food. Ah, okay. Moving on from, I'm getting sidetracked by Mexican food. So, someone made brownies because of your baking.
Is it the same person who messaged me on Instagram because they looked great? Possibly. Yeah. Yes. Brownies are just a
Brownies.
winner, like every time.
Delicious.
So good.
Delicious. Remus would approve.
Mm-hmm. Nando's. Yes. Chicken Nando's.
You hate Mexican food? Get out of my live chat. The severity of the statement was hindered by my stuttering.
Get out of
Get out of my laboratory. Didi. That's what my siblings always say to me. Didi, get out of my laboratory. Bitch.
People are allowed their own food opinions, Didi.
Not when you don't like Mexican food.
I'm not a huge fan. I like nachos.
Oh my god.
We made nachos the other day as well.
I'm like dying inwardly right now. Oh.
Everyone's making brownies. I'm so happy.
Make a burrito. It's not hard. When you're as inept as I am, some
Yeah.
things are hard.
Cooking is not one of your strong points. I mean,
I
credit
can
you can assemble food ingredients.
I can.
But I don't know if you can call it cooking. Like cooking requires
Hey.
like
I made sesame chicken.
yes, but that was just assembling ingredients. I don't know if
Okay.
that's like cooking.
I can, if I
But it
have
was very
ingredients
good.
in front of me and I have precise timing on how long I need to like cook it, then I can probably.
I left the
Cook the
house
thing.
for an hour the other week, and I came back and there was potatoes made, and I was like,
Yeah,
holy shit!
I made potatoes.
Yes, you did.
I made them.
Again,
By
one
myself.
ingredient, but they were the best damn potatoes I've had. So
Yes! I made damn good potatoes.
and yet it was Jess who always burnt down the bread's kitchen.
the what?
Your kitchen.
Oh. Oh!
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that
Oh
anymore.
my god! Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Everyone talks about it.
I hate that was the impression I left on your family. Someone who takes like quite a bit of pride in like their cooking abilities, and my lasting impression on your family was she nearly killed us.
It was amazing. Good times.
Well, I've just learnt my lesson not to try and cook classically British food in an American kitchen because I was cooking Yorkshire puddings
Mm.
and it just
Well, they were just like, yeah, Yorkshire puddings are like, I do not expect, when I hear the word pudding, I think of, a little cup of like vanilla or chocolate pudding that you get from the grocery store and you put in your lunch to go to school when you're a kid. But pudding here is like everything from like cake to like Jello to like, there's literally like everything that encompasses like dessert is pudding.
Pudding is basically another word for dessert here.
Yeah, and it's so weird to me. And then you like we're making Yorkshire pudding. And I'm going like, oh, pudding. And then you make these like pastry things that are like
It's not pastry, it's batter.
that it's some kind of wheat something.
No.
No?
No, eggs and milk.
It's something.
Eggs and milk and flour.
Got it.
It's basically pancake mix. It's literally pancake mix. And
Only
then
really, really greasy.
okay, but it was only greasy because of number one, you had very strange oil in your house. You didn't have normal oil. It was all like avocado oil.
Yes.
That's not didn't work. That was number one, Uno one mistake.
Uno one mistake.
Uno two mistake was just your oven's just very odd as well. It was like an industrial, like scary motherfucking oven. But can I say the first batch of Yorkshire puddings were perfect.
It was delectable.
It was fine. Little bit greasy, but that's not my fault. It was fine. It was wet, but we had so much batter left over. I then put the second batch in, and the oil from the first batch had like dripped onto the floor of the oven. And so when I turned the oven on again, it cooked the oil at the bottom. And then when I opened the door, it was just black smoke. And I was like, "Aah!" And also, wasn't actually that big of a deal. Your family is just the most dramatic motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
It was so funny.
Someone started getting out, I don't know where the fuck you had them, but you had like masks. You all had like white, like doctor's surgery masks, and you were all wearing them. And I was just like, oh my God. And it wasn't even that bad.
It was fucking hilarious. And everyone was dying. Everyone thought it was the funniest thing. And they were all taking the piss out of Jess. And poor Jess was just like in tears by the end.
Oh,
just dying. Legitimate tears. Just like, oh my God.
I was so many emotions. It was so weird. I was surrounded by so many emotions because I didn't know whether to be ashamed or like
be laughing with everyone else.
And so my body just couldn't cope with the range of emotions in the room. Then it just broke down, and I started like hysterically laughing and then like sobbing. And the best part of this entire thing, just so you've got the real clear image of the events of that night. We were all in cosplay. You were in fucking Rumors and I was in Tonks. And so all of this happened with me in a purple wig that was like back to front by the end of it because I was like so disheveled and distressed.
I have all these videos saved, so if anyone hasn't seen them, I'm pretty sure I posted them.
Yeah, they can find it themselves. We're not
They're posted somewhere if anyone wants to see them.
Anyway,
good times.
Good story time.
Okay, back to the questions that have been being asked.
Oh yeah, it's a Q&A.
I always get sidetracked by the stories. Okay. Let's see. The face of betrayal. Gays can't cook.
I can't cook!
Oh, somebody else had mentioned that you burned down our kitchen.
Okay, yes, everyone knows. Now we know where the drama comes from. Yes, the Brett family is just drama 100% of the time. Like, we phoned your mum yesterday, and your mum's freaking learning that love me, say that you love. Like, they're just learning it. I'm just like, who are you?
Let's just say that there's never a dull moment in our house. Everyone is dramatic as fuck, and it's thoroughly entertaining, but in an endearing way. Like, they're not obnoxious.
Oh, no, in the best way.
They're cute.
Yeah,
they're really
very,
cute.
very cute. It's either you can cook or do math or drive, or two of these, but not all three. I can drive. Can't do math.
I can't do math.
You can
I can't cook. I can drive. Kind of. I get very scared. So what does that mean? Oh, I'm bisexual. I'm not a full gay.
I mean, same. Maybe I can't drive. Maybe I can just cook. Meg would argue that I can't drive, but Meg's wrong.
You left me hanging.
Sorry.
Thank you. I'm like, Let's see. How do you do steaks on your Snapchat?
Oh my god. Streaks.
Streaks.
Snapchat streaks.
I was like, steaks?
Steaks?
Like you're gonna make a steak and post it on Snapchat?
Oh my god.
Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of questions on Tumblr. So, if we get too sidetracked by all these side stories and don't answer a lot here, we have a lot of questions that we've already answered for Jess's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
this is a separate thing. No, this is like for Patreons, right? Right?
Huh?
This thing is.
No, this is
Gotcha. Okay, no, the other one was like we asked Tumblr to send us in questions and we filmed that all. And again, that was mostly us getting sidetracked by stories.
We're really bad at this.
We just really like talking about ourselves. That's why we're so good at this. We're just chronic narcissists.
You're paying us to be conceited.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Do you do streaks on your Snapchat? I don't even know what that means. It sounds kind of gross.
Oh my god. Okay, so a Snapchat streak is like if you message someone like 5 days in a row, you'll have like a number 5 at, next to someone's Snapchat thing.
Okay.
And then some people will be like, "Oh, let's try and keep it running for as long as possible," but I don't because I don't use Snapchat currently. And
you're gonna. I read that and all I thought was like naked. So
no, not streaking. That's something great.
Do you do streaking on Snapchat? Why do you want me to?
That's for the higher tier.
That's for the upper tiers.
No,
occasional news.
We're joking. Joking.
I love how Jess has to say that. It's like a joking.
I'm just covering all of our
joking.
bases, seeing if this is going on the internet.
She has to make sure that I don't do the things.
I am 90% of your impulse control.
You are 90% of my impulse control.
You'll sometimes just come out of the kitchen with like food in your hand and like look at me and I'm like, "No, we're having dinner in an hour," and you're like, go back. I'm like, "Are you hungry or are you bored?" And you're like, "Okay,
go back." I eat when I'm bored.
Are you going to be doing more Klaus stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So we have plans.
Jesus, smacking me in the face.
We have plans. Jess is going to be joining me, and we're going to do the things.
Yes, I would really, really like to cosplay 5 if I can get like a costume together. It's going to be really difficult to try and find like a little school uniform. Or I'd love to try Vanya as well.
Yes. Jess, okay, just side note, because I'm good at that. Jess's glasses have 2 different prescriptions in each eye.
It's not that uncommon.
And so every time I put these on, I like go cross-eyed. I'm like, what is happening?
One of my eyes is pretty good. It's just one of them is just really terrible.
Really shit. I'm sorry. I'm still getting over this cold and I just hack everywhere and I apologize. I'm gross.
We have the same cold, right?
Yes, but
I'm not sat here going
yeah, which is why am I gross when I get a cold and you're just cute?
No, I'm not. I'm just polite. And you're just like,
oh, American.
No, but genuinely, I think it's like British people when they get sick, and any British people in the chat will back me up. Like,
you can't know I have a weakness.
You can't know that I am weak right now. Like, I will go into a different room to sneeze if I'm like in company, like, or I'll go into a different room to blow my nose. Like, especially if I'm working or anything, like in a work environment, it's a big no-no. Like, I just like, no, absolutely not.
Where I'm over here, I'm sick.
Yeah.
The epitome of serious black. I am serious. Oh my god. Pet me, I'm sick.
Basically.
Okay.
Excuse you.
Thank you. Okay. Jess is TT's impulse control, so what is TT to Jess?
Pain in the ass!
The goblin friend. I'm nice. I give emotional support.
You keep saying this emotional support thing.
Don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I just don't have any
Jeez.
emotions.
So I am useless.
Actually, your job is redundant. Goodbye. No,
I give
you
cuddles.
keep my bed warm.
Yes.
My house has been so much warmer since TT came.
I like lie on top of her. Keeps all the warmth in.
Suffocates me. Oh, dear.
All right. It's the British factor. Let's see. Guys, send questions. I don't have any questions.
Yes, you watched my D&D session yesterday.
Oh my god, I got so invested. I was
I was expecting you to just lurk like a little gremlin in the back, and that was fine. And then you just like sat next to me, and then you just ate everything in the fridge. And I had to keep going on mute because you were just like eating, and I was like, it was quite endearing though.
I had to have the
And it
food
was
for the
so
show.
funny, like doing the game and then having like a live like audience reaction next to me. Like someone would say something, or I would say something, you'd be like, or like it was like having an audience laugh track in the background. So I'm quite good at doing comedy but keeping a straight face. It was impossible. You kept laughing your ass off, and I'm like,
I was having so much fun, and it got like really intense. Like I came in on a good session. Like
it was
you guys,
a really good.
you guys were
session.
doing a lot of shit, and so like all this stuff was happening, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, and it was just like, yeah, there was like so many things, and then like death, and I was freaking out, and you guys need to watch it. It was really good. I had fun. It was really fun.
Follow D20 Era
Yes.
on Tumblr.
Follow D20 Era.
I think we just put the video up from last night, so you can watch it.
It was super.
And you go,
see me being a creepy gremlin eating all of Jess's food.
yeah. Tell them how good I am at rolling dice, TT.
Oh my god, you guys. I don't know if it's just like, okay, tell them about your first time playing D&D.
So I don't know if anyone watches Critical Role, but if anyone watches Critical Role and there's this thing known as the Will Wheaton curse. Will Wheaton is like the guy, Star Wars, Star Trek, someone? Will Wheaton is someone. He's like a sci-fi person. He's like an actor. Okay. He was a guest on Critical Role, and it's now such an iconic like happening because every role he did was a natural one, and it's called like the Will Wheaton die curse because he just rolls natural ones like twos. I don't think he's rolled like higher than a 5 ever.
Oh my god!
And everyone was like, "Holy shit!" I am the Will Wheaton of my campaign. On my first D&D session, I rolled 4 natural ones in game. Like this is my first time ever playing D&D. I rolled 4 natural ones, and everyone was so like bamboozled. And I have a witness because Jules played with me like in my bedroom. She was here visiting, so we were playing together, and Jules was like, just the game finished, and she was like, just roll it again, natural one, roll it again, natural one. I did 3 more natural ones in a row, and then she was like, what the hell? And she took my dice and she rolled it, and it was like an 18 or something, and I was like, what is going on? So Since then, I've kind of had good games and bad games. Never really been a great roller. Last night was a particularly bad game, and I don't think I rolled higher than a 15 all night. But majority of it was like below 10.
It was really bad.
It was so bad.
And I'm sitting there next to her, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want me to like try rolling for you?" And you're like, "Yeah. Watch you get a natural 20 on your first roll." And then she's like, "Actually, here, just roll. Let's just see." Natural 20. What?
Just slow-mo. I have it ingrained in my brain the way the dice fell and just slow-mo rolled, and then it was just the 20 staring at me, just like, and I was like,
and if you want to see the moment that we lose our fucking minds, like everyone was just playing and having a good time.
it was like someone was having a conversation, and then I was just like,
What the fuck? We just lose our absolute shit. So that's in the stream if anyone wants to go watch the stream. It was amazing. Back to questions.
no, I'm sorry, yeah, that was, again.
Let's see. Will I try playing D&D? Yes.
I think we're gonna try and get TD on our campaign,
I think I'll hop in.
and I want TD to
See how it
do
goes.
a trashy British accent.
I've been practicing the trashy British accent because we've been watching an obscene amount of trashy British TV.
One show in particular, Celebs Go Dating, has just started on Channel 4 in the UK, and it's the worst program.
It is the
I've ever
epitome
watched.
of just trash.
And I love it.
It's so
I love
entertaining.
it.
It's so entertaining, and it's like the worst human beings, and you're just sitting there like,
But
oh my
you
god.
picked up their accent. Like, it's
I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's like I was good at the Jersey accent,
maybe
and maybe it like translates over well
it took you
enough.
like 4 years to like get a solid like British accent down, and you watched 2 minutes of Celebs Go Dating, and you were going,
Oh, whatever.
It was amazing. I was like,
Whatever. I'm loyal.
I'm loyal, babes, isn't it? I'm loyal. It was brilliant.
You think you're really something?
But yeah, so I would love TT to join our D&D session with a trashy British accent, and I would die a happy.
I'd be able to keep it up for 2 seconds, and I would just die. Have I Facebooked myself? Yes, I did. I did today because you posted something in the Discord, and apparently everyone, like, there's a lot of people that have been posting my TikTok video on Facebook.
Oh goodness! I actually found one of my really old, my other mother makeup got like loads of like. Someone reposted it and it got like.
Oh, how fun!
couple-
Yeah, that one was amazing.
Yeah, but they didn't credit me. It was just like I just found it.
Bastards!
I mean, I'm kind of like relieved. I don't really want anyone like snooping around my blog, but yeah. And then there was that one time someone made a profile of me.
Oh my god! Do you guys know? I'm sure most of you know about this, but like somebody on Tumblr, like it had to have been somebody that was following you on Tumblr. All of us on Tumblr made a fake Facebook profile of Jess and all the rest of us, but it was mostly Jess because it was like, okay, Jess,
my mother,
your mom, your sister, me, Meg, Andy, and KP, right?
Yeah, and I'm assuming, and then I was like put in a relationship with someone.
Someone, whoever, some random person that wasn't one of us.
And then these fake profiles for my mum and my sister were like commenting on like the relationship status.
It was like somebody was creating like a little sim world for Jess.
And it was like, congratulations, darling, give me a phone call, blah, blah. And they'd given like my mum and my sister like different names because they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't know the full name or anything. Like, it was creepy.
My mum was
creepy
like,
as fuck.
My mum was like Bathilda, and I was like, oh. It was just the creepiest thing.
Yeah, out of anything that's like happened to us, like any weird thing that's happened to us since we've like started doing stuff online, that is the fucking weirdest thing. And we messaged, you messaged the person to be like, what the hell is going on? Like,
well, no, I messaged the person who I was in a relationship with, and I was like, that's not me, right? Like, who do you think you're in a relationship with? And I don't know, it was a weird conversation.
It was clearly that person who had made it. It was very clearly that person who had made it, but they were trying very hard to like.
But it was just anyway. It got taken down.
It finally got taken down, but God, that's so creepy.
But it'd been up for like a year and a half. This is the weirdest thing.
That's how long it's been?
Yeah, it'd been up for like a year and a half. Yeah, which is why I was so like.
But yeah, they had like ripped off pictures from like our Instagrams and stuff. Like they had pictures of me and Meg. They had pictures of like all this stuff.
But like,
they had
ripped
interconnected
pictures off my personal Facebook that
of
I
your
had
little sister too.
Yeah,
that was
that's why I was like,
the rest of it we were kind of like, this is kind of funny but creepy at the same time. But then we saw like that and we were like, okay, yeah, no, that was fucking creepy. But yeah, so that's like the weirdest thing that I think has happened. But
so yes, I don't tend to do anything on Facebook anymore. Bad experience. Okay.
What's a song you'd karaoke together?
I'm trying to think of what we did in the club. We had a few bangers in the club.
Rickroll.
Rick Astley came on at the end of the night, and everyone was just like, oh, and left. And me and Didi were like, no, go get
Yeah, everyone like went off the dance floor except for like me and Jess and Jay, and we're just sitting there like, woo!
So the answer to that question is Rick Astley.
Rick Astley.
Never going to give him How many takes did it take to get the restaurant kissed down in free food?
So we have a lot of bloopers for you guys.
I think we only did maybe 3.
No, we're professionals, guys. We're really good at kissing. We're real good at kissing. No, but yeah, we had a lot of, we're perfectionists, so we do like a few takes, but we didn't do that many.
The thing is, we always do multiple takes, and then we always use the first one.
I know! It always ends up being the first one, because the first one, you're not, like, thinking about it too hard.
Yeah.
We always think about it too hard after that. We see the first one, and we're like, okay, so let's tilt a little bit to this way. And
it's
then, like,
not, like, romantic in the slightest. It's so horrifically technical.
So I'll tilt my head slightly this direction, and then we'll last, like, this long, and then we end up going with the first one, because it was like actually natural, and we're like, God damn it. Stop thinking so much. Overactors.
Yeah.
Am I planning on bringing Wahlburger Black back? Yes. I've had this goddamn thread in my drafts forever. I even posted like a preview, but we just haven't been able to get around to like finishing it.
Oh yeah.
But I will be bringing, just to give you guys like a heads up, I will be bringing in Baby Marauders, all of the Baby Marauders, and their parents for this thread. So it will happen. It's like 3/4 of the way done, but we just have like that little bit left that's just like, oh, we just haven't gone around to it. And we haven't been able to do anything because we've been sick. So we had all the stuff that we were going to film, and then we've just been like
literally just 2 weeks just like dying. So frustrating.
But we'll get to it. Favorite thread.
What's your favorite thread you've ever done?
Let's see. Okay, mine's probably always going to be Little One. I loved Little One. I was so proud of that thread, and I'm still proud of that thread. Like, I look back at it and I'm like, it's still good. It's been a long time, but it's still good. And so that one was really fun. And then I really liked our revamp of Dark Times. That was it. And then just like the random one-offs, like the one-offs that we do. Like, I loved my James and Fenrir one, Deer and Headlights. Like, that one was like just so fun. Like, there's a little one-off threads that we'll do that are just super fun.
Yeah.
We've got like the dating one was super fun, and that I just posted. But all these little like one-offs are always really entertaining. But yeah, Little One has always been my number one, and Dark Times is up there as well. So especially just Dark Times is fun because it was the first thread that I did, like the first like real thread that I did. Like I'd and it was so funny because it was like the first version is so horrifically bad. Like, it is so bad. and it was like I was still using I didn't know how to use the text post, so I was still using the like 10 GIF max for each post. So it was just like 10 GIFs that were completely like made no sense in context, and they were just like awful. Anyway, and so it's fun to be able to like see that. Like, I've done that thread 3 separate times now.
It was really cool for me to like join in on the third iteration of it and like help you rework it.
Uh-huh.
Because we added the first thread, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Like, I wrote the first part as like, I was like, I'm just going to do this as a standalone thing because I'm filming for Peter. And you're like,
and it fit perfectly.
and you read it and you're like, honest to God, what was it, like 6 days before Halloween?
Yep.
And I wrote this thread and I was like, I'm just going to do like this as a one-off for Halloween. And you're like, let's redo Dark Times. I was like, what?
But first off, Jess had been trying to get me
For
to redo
months.
Dark Times. Like, literally, she's like,
in June. I
let's
was
do
like,
Dark Times.
in June, I was like, hey, October this year, let's redo Dark Times. You keep saying you want to do it. And you're like, yeah. And then like,
yeah.
and then like a month before
Yeah.
October, I was like, we got a month. Do you want to do it? And you're like, oh, yeah. I wrote this thing 6 days before and you're like, let's do it. And I was like,
we're doing Dark Times. And that was a trip, man. Dark Times was a very difficult thread. 6 days, let's do it.
to completely like redo the script because the script needed a
The
lot
script
of
was
work.
bad. Yeah, we had to redo everything.
Film everything,
mhm.
edit everything,
Mm-hmm.
put it all together.
Mm-hmm. That was a feat. It was, and we got like some of the best acting in that one.
I know. I don't know how the fuck
I don't know
we did
how
it.
the fuck we did it. And I even refilmed half of my GIFs.
Oh yeah.
I refilmed because I was like, I didn't like the first take that I'd done. So literally we had like a day left.
Just read
My
out
volume.
loud,
My
I
volume.
think.
Yeah, we
had
had like a
left.
day left, and I'm like, I hate it. I hate like half the stuff that I filmed. And so I went and I refilmed like everything. So it was just like,
We've done that, I think, on a couple. We've only refilmed stuff like maybe 3 or 4 times.
and it always ends up being our favorite because
Yeah.
we refilmed it
Yeah,
and we did
yeah,
like such a good job the next
Yeah.
time. We're like, yes.
And it will always be like someone will film and then you'll get the other person's gifts and it'll be like, I need to refilm myself.
Yep. Because I got your gifts and I was like, your gifts are fucking amazing. And
Oh, for Dark Times?
and mine didn't match the tone at all because the way that I'd acted it was a lot more frantic than it needed to be.
Yeah.
And so it was like, you sent me your gifts and they were so fucking amazing. And I'm like, God damn it. So I refilmed everything.
But it's been nice doing the filming together when you've been here because you get the tone.
Yeah. You know what would be a fun video? You know what would be a fun video that I could post is the before and after of those two acting because I still have the footage for Sirius.
Interesting.
Because I'd filmed Sirius for that first thread of Dark Times and then refilmed
the scene
all of that.
where Sirius is freaking out and they switch the Secret Keeper to Peter. That was
Yeah.
part of the thread.
Yeah, so I still have all of that footage and I've never posted it anywhere. So maybe I'll try and like put it together and post it on Patreon. You guys will get to see my before acting and after acting.
Even the professionals can always improve. Always criticize yourself.
That was such a long answer. I'm so sorry,
Wow.
guys. Let's see. Is there a thread you want to redo someday? Yes, lots of threads that we want to redo. Like almost every old thread we've ever done. We're like, oh my god, it's so bad.
We're gonna finish Remodora's story and then go back and redo everything.
And do everything again. And then finally, one day, when we're done redoing everything over and over again, maybe we'll be good enough to make a Marauders TV series.
Netflix. Hit us up.
Hit us up. Let's see. Which of your Hogwarts house traits do you most relate to? I'm a Ravenclaw, and I'm really smart.
Yes.
Perfectionist.
Yes.
That's
true.
it.
Control
That's
freak.
it. Control freak, perfectionist. Those are my relatable traits to Ravenclaw.
I'm like technically a Gryffindor, but I'm always like 1% out from like Slytherin Gryffindor. I'm like so like split down the middle.
Yeah, I'm a Raven Lynn.
Yeah, I don't
We
know.
both have a bit of Slytherin in us.
Griffin. I literally am blanking on like what the traits of a Gryffindor are, apart from brave, and I'm like not that brave.
Lies.
I'm
Lies.
quite scared of a lot of things.
It's having. Okay, you're accident prone, and I feel like that's a pretty Gryffindor trait.
I'm not that impulsive. I don't think.
Depends.
Maybe
Depends on
that's
the context.
This is the thing. I'm like half of everything, so I'm like half impulsive, but then the Slytherin is like has to control everything. So, like, that's why I'm so split down the middle.
Let's see. What?
Oh,
Where did it go?
you just skipped through to the end.
Shit.
Here we go. What's a movie scene that makes you bawl your eyes out? Moulin Rouge, apparently.
Yeah. that was amazing. But what was the other one? Lion. That was the other one that you
Lion
cried a lot
broke
of.
me.
I cry in a lot of movies.
Yeah, no, I don't cry ever in movies. And Lion broke me as a human being, as did Moulin Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried in Lord of the Rings, but that was more like the emotional attachment that I have to it. Like you get to it and like Sam's giving his speech like by the wall and you're sitting there like shh, shh. And then man, I've cried in a lot of movies. Oh, you know what movie I sobbed in? It was a Korean film. I think it's called like The Man from Nowhere or something.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I sobbed like a baby. I was like, I had like
Korean-
snot dripping out of my nose.
The Korean drama Goblin, I was sobbing.
Korean films, they know how to
know.
make you sob.
Even though you know you're being like manipulated, and a lot of it's pretty classic like tropes, they still get you, man.
The acting, you're just
Yeah.
like, oh
But
my
no,
god.
Goblin like broke me.
Yeah, I get real emotional over that. Let's see. Are we going on a Europe trip again? I would love to go around Europe again, but I don't know if there's going to be time. We just have a lot that we're doing. So
Whilst you're here. Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I was gonna go to Amsterdam and possibly Paris, but we've just had like so much going on and so much to do here. So we'll see. Star Trek. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh yeah, I really love the one thread where TT's Marauders ended up in Jess's Femarauders universe. Yeah, so
that was so fun. That one was really fun.
Oh my god, what the
Snowball
hell is it
Effect was
called?
really fun.
Time Turner.
It was. Oh my god!
Why am I blanking on what this is called?
We always do. It's turn
Turn of Events.
Turn of Events.
What the?
Turn of Events.
I think
That was
that's
fun
like my
one.
top 1 or 2 series that I've done.
That one was super.
It was
fun.
just really nice to be able to like write comedy and like not have to worry about like making it serious, but also because it was such a ridiculous concept, like literally like the Marauders ending up in the Fem Marauders universe. I didn't have to spend weeks trying to like make everything like sensical or logical.
Yeah, no,
or
we were just
anything.
like,
it was like, no, their time kind of fucked up, and now now they're naked. Oh, now they're in Kansas. Like it was just fun to just write something ridiculous, and like that was just like, yeah, all done.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was really fun to act. That's one that I refilmed everything too.
Oh yeah,
because I had filmed everything like so long before.
It was just James that you refilmed.
No, I filmed. It was all 3 of them.
Oh.
No. It was Sirius and Remus because those were the 2 that I had done prior. So
Yeah.
I refilmed everything. Do you have specific mannerisms or character traits that you focus on when taking on a character for the first time? I mean, it just depends on if it's a character that's like that I've watched in film that I'm trying to imitate, or if it's a character that you're interpreting for yourself. You're interpreting for yourself. So if, like, for example, with Klaus, it was I
go order our food.
Oh yeah, we're getting food.
Good,
with Klaus, I was trying to imitate Robert Sheehan.
Sheehan, yeah.
Thank you. I was trying to imitate Robert's acting, so it was more just kind of picking out the character traits that I saw that were really prominent with him and then reenacting it. But with with characters that I'm interpreting for myself. My own version of Sirius, my own version of Remus, or whatever. It's just kind of picking. A lot of it will fall into place naturally, just because of how you visualize the character and how you want them to be portrayed. And so once you do it enough, character traits and familiar expressions and stuff will kind of fall into place. How do you pick out traits? It's pretty much the same process, right? Oh, ordering food. How much time did it take for me to draw my decent drawing? You guys are so mad about it. Usually because I'm very impatient, and I don't like to take a lot of time drawing. It'll take me usually a couple of hours to draw something, because I do the bare minimum that I can possibly do, and then as soon as it starts to get more detailed, I'm like, and we're done. So usually about 2 to 3 hours for each piece. Let's see. Listening to us while driving home. Drive safe. Be careful. Your Sirius should have a trashy British accent from now on. Oh God. Whatever. Let's see. Have you ever been recognized in public because of your cosplays? Yes, I have been. I was at the airport, so I was coming back from Canada, where we were visiting family, and I was at the airport, and I was going down the escalator, and as I was going down, oh no, we were going to Canada. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I was going down the escalator, and there was this girl with like bright pink hair that was like coming up the escalator, and I like noticed that she like turned and was like looking at me like this, and just kind of like kept staring at me, and I just kind of ignored it. But I was like, okay, that was weird. And then I got a message on my Tumblr later that night going, "Were you on the escalator at the airport?" And I'd kind of forgotten that I'd seen somebody that day, and so I'm like, "What the?" Oh, thank you. But I was like panicking. I'm like, "Oh, who's watching me?" But then I remember that girl, and so it turned out it was actually somebody who followed me, who had just happened to see me at the airport, and I was sad that she didn't like say anything, because I was like, it was fun. Instead, she just like scared creepily, but she could have said something.
I think sometimes maybe an airport isn't a great place if you're like rushing to like get a flight.
We were on an escalator.
Also, it might be a bit strange if you're like, "Hey, are you from Tumblr?"
Like, as you're going by on the escalator.
What?
Hey!
Wait!
So I have been recognized. That's like the one time I've been recognized. And then I've had like a couple of meetups at Comic-Cons where I'll see people that follow me on Tumblr and stuff, which has been fun. But other than that, yeah. It was
I've
fun.
been recognized a couple times.
You were at the weren't you at like a, where were you? It was in London, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was in London with Meg, and someone messaged me being like, "Are you in Brixton?" And I was like, "Yeah." I would way rather someone come up to me and like say hi rather than like leave and then message me afterwards, because I'm like, "Are they
Yeah,
watching
if
me?"
you guys see us in person,
yeah, come and
say hi.
I am very worried about someone like finding me on the tube though, because when I'm like in commuter mode on the tube in London, I
Dead
lose
inside.
all humanity. So I'm really worried someone might be like, "Hi," one day, and I'll be like, "What?" If that happens,
it's not you, it's the tube.
It's not you, it's London. I'm just not a fan. I'm very sorry. But yes, otherwise, yes, please do say hi.
What does my shirt say? This is why we can't have nice things. Who got this from me? Wasn't it Meg? Did Meg get this from me?
I just called you TT bread.
I mean, with how much bread I've eaten since
I was thinking about bread. TT bread. Someone's gonna Photoshop your face onto a loaf of bread.
All right. Who's your favorite baby marauder? Oh, I love Remus. But James is so cute too. James is just, I love James because he's just this ball of like uncontrollable energy.
Mhm.
And he's just like, every time I film baby James, like he has to be bouncing all over the place. Like he cannot contain the energy in his tiny body.
I want to talk about this series so much.
I know. I want to post it. I want to
I
post
want
it.
to talk about it because it's been such an interesting series to act. This is the latest one that you've written, and it's been so fun to act because there's like a big twist in it. Sorry, I won't talk about it because it's really annoying when people are like, and this has happened, but we can't tell you about it.
Can't know
So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Oh, yeah.
But baby Remus is my favorite just because he has the cutest baby puppy dog eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about our characters as if it's not us.
But this is the thing. We don't see it as us.
Yeah, like it's so okay. Talking about this, so everyone's always like, "Hey, is it like weird when you like do like kissing scenes or when you're like doing like dating scenes or whatever?" And it's like, no, it's not because we ship those characters so fucking hard, and it's literally we you kind of it's almost like third person, like you step out of your body for
what
a
it
minute.
is. It's like if you're a fan fiction writer and you're writing the two characters, it's like, is it weird writing a smut scene because you're writing it about? And it's like, no, because you're writing it about two characters and you're the third person in the story, right? When we are acting out our own fan fictions. Basically, is what we are doing.
That's pretty much what we're doing.
So it's not weird because like I'm not kissing Dee Dee, I'm kissing Remus, and I'm not me, I'm Tonks. And then
so you like step out of your body for a minute.
And then we watch it back, and we're not watching back ourselves. We're watching back the characters, and so we're going, as if we didn't just act it like 30 seconds ago. We're like watching it back, going, It's the nerdiest, fucking, most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life, and I love it.
We get so excited. We're like, yay, they kissed finally.
So yeah.
So I'll look at like,
and I feel like that is weirder, if anything. That is strange.
Fucking weird. Yeah, we get really excited over our characters doing things and being themselves.
You've spent so long, we've spent years writing for these characters, and
yeah, they kind of take on a life of their own.
Yeah,
I guess that's the way of looking at it. They've taken on a life of their own, and it's like you're just kind of like the spectator that's making it.
Yeah, maybe if we were doing this like 2 years ago, it would be weird, but.
Well, and it's also because it's like you create what you want to see. So when you're writing fan fiction or when you're like making role play or whatever, you know, it's you're creating something that you want to see out there from these two characters. So it's the epitome of everything that you like personally, and you're sitting there going like, yes, because it's everything that you like because you put all of that into it.
Just fan service for yourselves.
Yes.
And if you happen to like it, great.
but basically,
primarily,
it's just because we really want to do it.
We just really want them to kiss.
We want them to kiss. Okay. Shit. Keep scrolling down.
I can't read anything. So
if you could become an animagus, what form would you choose? I'd probably want to be something big and scary, just so nothing like, because I don't get to be strong in real life with my little noodle arms. So I'd want to be something strong so that I'd want to be a big cat.
Fucking tiger. Like,
yeah. Just because cats and because big cats.
Jesus Christ.
And they get to be lazy, and I love it.
I think I really like my Patronus is a crow, and I just really love the aesthetic of having a crow as a Patronus. And I think just like being like having it like a really witchy aesthetic and just bouncing out into a crow, it's like Vampire Bat but sexier. So like yeah, I'll just bamf out into a crow. It's like
so that's like the ideal, but I think it would be so fucking funny if you turned into something like ridiculous.
Like an elephant.
Like, just like imagine.
Anytime anyone makes a height joke, just boom, giraffe.
Just imagine. It's like the Marauders just happened to turn into all these things that were like convenient.
I know.
Just imagine if like James was a fucking elephant, you know, or like a blue whale or something. You know, it's like he just like blue whales in the middle of the Forbidden Forest. You know, it's like, God.
Crushes the entire world. Fantastic.
Would be amazing.
That would be really fun.
Let's see. Don't you say Marauders series and not mean it.
We genuinely do. If
We
there,
want to so
if there
bad.
was a way for us to get funded to make a Marauder series, we would do it. So there you go.
There you go. If you were to do a Potter version of Moulin Rouge, who would everyone be? I've thought about this. So definitely Sirius is Satine. I'm sorry, Sirius is Satine. We were thinking like James and Lily just because of the hair colors, but character-wise,
it's a Wolf Star story.
it's a very much Wolf Star. So Sirius is Satine and Remus as Christian.
Yep.
And then let's see. The Duke. I have to think about this more. I need to I swear I've written something like this before.
Let's do a post at some point.
We're gonna do a post of our Moulin Rouge fan cast for because here's the thing. With James and Lily it would work really well because then Snape could be the Duke.
I know. It is perfect like that, yeah. But also Lily's just not
personality wise it would work better with Sirius and Remus, but aesthetic wise it would work better with James and Lily.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back to that. We'll actually think about it. How come I haven't made Jess watch Lord of the Rings?
I have.
Don't talk to me about it.
I have watched it. I've watched the first one. They're very long.
Oh my god.
They're very long.
Oh my god.
I think I just
everything
need to be,
I love in life.
I know, but I need to be in a really good, emotional place to sit down and watch 5 hours of stuff. So we will
Don't
do
talk to me about
it.
Sorry. There are some great gay nightclubs in Paris. Ooh.
Oh. Let's go to Paris.
You have your suspenders on. Let's go.
Welcome, my friends, to Paris.
How was Book of Mormon musical the other night? It was amazing. Guys, that is one of my favorite. I've seen it 3 times. And I love it so much. I think it's so funny. And I do have a favorite song. It is the oh god, what's it called?
Wait, what? I just zoned out.
Turn it off.
Turn what off? I completely.
Did you actually zone
out?
No,
I did. I was reading the comments and I completely tuned you out.
I was talking about Book of Mormon musical. It didn't relate anyway.
Oh, okay. That's why I turned off. Yeah.
I like Turn It Off. That's my favorite song. Are my thumbs different lengths? No.
No, you've just got one nail that's longer than the other.
Oh yeah. My nails are different.
Cut your damn nails.
I never cut my nails. I just let them grow until they start to break off, and then they're all completely uneven, and then finally I'll be like, okay, I'll cut them.
But you cut them when you were doing my earrings the other week?
Yes. They grow really fast. I've got ridiculous, my nails are ridiculously strong. I try and push on it.
It doesn't surprise me because your hair's so thick, but
yeah. But I've got my nails don't peel off ever. I can't peel them off. They crack off. They shatter. So
werewolf.
Werewolf.
Wow.
Wow. It's a werewolf. Let's see. What's your favorite K-drama? I haven't watched a lot of K-dramas. I watch a lot of Korean films, but I don't watch a lot of K-dramas.
Goblin. Oof. I can never remember any of the names because they're very convoluted, generic names. It's very strange. And I haven't watched an awful lot. I've watched maybe 4 or 5 really good ones. I just don't know the name. But Goblin I remember, and that's always been my favorite anyway. So watch that.
I'm watching one currently with Meg, but I can't remember what it's called.
Is there one called Just Between Lovers? I think. Yeah, that's a very good one.
Yeah. Keeps jumping ahead.
PT bread. Do you guys have any competing or clashing headcanons, or are you mostly on the same page?
We're pretty much always on the same page.
I think that's why we were.
I think a lot of our headcanons developed with each other.
Yeah, true.
Because, like, we've been doing this so long
Yeah.
that, like, all of our headcanons have kind of, like, and we would always talk about our headcanons, like, immediately with
Yeah.
each other. And if there was anything that, like, we were like, that's a little bit off, then we would agree on it.
Yeah.
So,
And we work our storytelling styles and our character development processes are very similar.
mhm.
So the way we develop characters aren't massively like out of the way anyway. So you're not going to come to me and be like, actually, I think Fenrir had a gardening kink, and I'm going to be like, what?
So,
like,
I love that's the first thing that you
I
think of.
just-
Had a gardening kink.
I don't know where that came from.
Fenrir now has a gardening kink.
I'm gonna.
It's like the one thing that he does that's like humane is he gardens.
Well, you know what? I'm behind that actually. I don't know why I said that, because that's plausible. I quite like the contrast of the werewolf actually going out and like taming his roses. Like, I like that. I'm gonna sneakily write that in somewhere.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna write it in somewhere, and then when you see a gardening reference, you'll know.
You'll know where it's from.
You'll know.
Out of any characters you've ever read or seen, who do you relate to the most? Oh god, that's hard. Luna Lovegood is really relatable. The weird ass nerd that everyone thinks is a freak. But she loves everyone and she paints pictures of her friends on her ceiling.
Oh god. I mean, she's very cute, but I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
I would not paint a picture of you on my ceiling. Sorry. Because you're already painted in my heart.
Oh, stop it. You'll make me emotional.
Get over yourself.
Okay. I mean, probably James. Just from the perspective of being super.
Harry's lines, some of his like sassiest lines are very relatable. Like,
yeah, Harry is a very relatable character.
And I think
Harry's
that's what makes Harry Potter so successful, because he is.
Jesus.
I've got to go get the curry soon, so I'm like whizzing through the questions. Jess, what's the gayest thing you own? I mean, I'm wearing suspenders. That's pretty
Go
gay.
get your other suspenders.
I'm not going to get them, but I do have rainbow suspenders.
Rainbow suspenders.
And I also have a very gay denim jacket that has a lot of pins on it that I very much like. Got lots of like Harry Potter pins and other pins. And D&D pins. Makes me happy.
It's so cute.
Yes.
Marauder series. Here, take my money.
The thing is, like, I'm not gonna make a Marauder series unless I have like a full cast and crew. Like, that's how much of a friggin' perfectionist I am. I'm like, I want a casting director, I want a cast stamp thing.
They have to be the perfect cast.
I want a budget, and I want full lighting and camera setup. Like, we ain't doing this with our crappy webcam.
There is no half-assing this.
No. So this is why I'm like, Netflix, hire me to write it for you.
In the meantime, we'll make like vlogs and stuff until we get good.
Right. We're basically making a portfolio of fandom content so we can go to Netflix and be like,
hey, we have a thing.
Help. Daniel Radcliffe did say the other day that he would be behind a Marauders series.
Oh yeah, I saw
Did
that.
you see that? Yeah.
I did see that.
I was like, yes, damn right.
Colin, don't touch it.
Me and you in a meeting room with J.K. Rowling, and she's trying to help us write it, and I'm like, so Joanne, one second, Joanne.
We love you, but
however,
Remus and Sirius are gay.
Thank you, Joanne. I'm glad you agree. Goodbye.
You should paint your nails black again. Weren't we gonna paint our nails?
We
the
were.
other day?
I keep
We were.
literally every evening. I'm like, we should paint our nails. And you're like, okay, and then we never do.
We forget.
I have like 100 nail polish, 100
What?
bottles of nail polish in my.
I have 100 nail polish.
I'm literally losing my mind. TT bread, 100 nail polish.
Bless us with the lip bite.
Oh God! Don't you dare!
You have to do it too.
I'm not doing
You
it.
do
I'm
it
not being in
too.
the same room if you do it. How dare you?
Smart.
That was
Dead ass though.
I fell over. Oh God, that turned out so much worse than I wanted it to. Give us a lip bite. Chosen
Full blown ass.
Dada. Fucking. I'm gonna go get the food.
Okay.
Thank you, Jessie.
You're welcome. Now that I'm leaving, can you not make my neighbours angry?
Those your poor neighbors.
The last 3 weeks, they've just been like, who is she living with? Not only have they seen like 5 different men wandering in and out of my house, but
Okay. Do I know what I'll be sending to the founders tier? Yes, so we're planning on doing a photo shoot. We're not sure on content yet because we don't know who exactly we want to do yet, but we're going to be doing a photo shoot soon, and I will be sending you guys in the founders tier some signed copies of that and then some little personalized stuff. So
That was cute. God, that was cute. God damn it, I'm leaving.
bye guys, it was nice chatting to you.
Say bye to Jessie.
Oh, someone wanted a picture of my full outfit earlier,
Oh
and
yeah,
I forgot to give them one. This is my.
the lighting's so shit.
Oh.
1 second, where's my phone? There we go.
You lighting me with
I'm
your
going to
phone.
light you.
Oh, look at this. These are my funky jeans and my gay jacket and my suspenders. And I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Cutest little gay bean. Okay, so I'll answer a few more, and then I think we will wrap it up in just a minute. Let's see. Now you guys want a short with Fenrir and his gardening kink. Good God. Which Harry Potter character do I hate the most? Back so soon?
I do not have my card with me. Damn it.
Okay, which Harry Potter character do I hate the most? Umbridge. God, there is no one that you can hate more than Umbridge. Like, just the epitome of just, oh God. It is amazing that she was able to make a villain that you like hate so much more than Voldemort. Like Voldemort, who compared to Umbridge? Umbridge is the worst. And I thought I hated Rita. Like Rita was like the epitome of everything I hated until Umbridge came around, and then I was like, "You bitch! Can't stand Umbridge." Mm.
I quite liked her.
God damn it! Get out. Go get the food.
I'm trying. I can't find my friggin' card.
Which Disney character do you relate to the most? Oh God, that's like impossible. There's 5 million Disney characters. Probably something from a Pixar film, just because all the Pixar related characters are always.
I relate to the grumpy old man in Up.
Of course you do. I relate. If that's the case, I relate to Russell, who bothers the grumpy old man in Up. I am a little lad.
Oh my god, finally. Searched through like 4 different codes for my credit card.
I've seen the Hollywood Girls a couple of times at a con.
Oh, they are. I love them.
They're really good.
They are so talented.
They're amazing.
And
It was so fun that they took off so much. Like they make
Right.
such like high quality productions
Right,
now.
this is exactly the sort of thing like I would love to do one day is actually be able to like go on set and like friggin' like the amount of I need to go, but I like them.
Yeah, Hollywood's great.
Also, Nick's Rising.
Yes.
Also,
There's been
Ollie's outside if he knocks at the door.
okay, and Mischief Managers, and yeah, there's lots and lots of awesome people. Let's see. Please do the lip bite for real. Now that Jess is gone. I can feel her soul ascending from here. Will I do Mel Bellatrix again? Yes, of course I'll do Mel Bellatrix again. I love Mel Bellatrix. Bell is so much fun to do. He is so goddamn crazy, and I love him so much. He has been he's one of my favorite to play. I love playing him. Just there's so many characters, and there's like not enough time in a day to like do things. Let's see. No, Peter's not worse than Umbridge. Umbridge is the worst. Fucking hate Umbridge. What Lord of the Rings character do I relate to the most? Sam. I love my Sam. Sam's my favorite. I love him so much. If you guys have any more questions, send them like right now, and I'll answer like 5 more, and then I think we're gonna call it a night. But Sam is my precious little angel, and I love him so much. He is just such a doll. I love him so, and he's just so relatable, and he just wants to eat good food and take naps, and I relate. Obligatory hair flip. Okay. Jess leaves and it's just fan service hour. Jess is my impulse control. It's gone now. What habits or behaviors have I adopted since being in England? There's a lot of words that I've started saying that I wouldn't normally say. Like I say mate all the time now. And I don't know about like habits. I mean, since moving to England, I've learned how to take care of myself like an actual adult. So I'm getting better at that. So those are good habits that I'm learning. And I'm starting to like recognize things that are very like specifically British. A lot easier now, like shows and references and stuff like that, like are starting to become a little bit more second nature to me. So that's been fun. I love it here. It's so fun. I love being here. Let's see. What's my favorite thing about the UK? I love the weather here. I know it's like mostly gloomy and rainy, but I love that. And I really like my favorite thing is the architecture. Just fucking the culture and the architecture and the aesthetic, just everything about England. I just really, really, really love England. England. Can't talk. And it's just been wonderful being here with, you know, friends and being able to just kind of, yeah, just be able to live here for a bit has been awesome. I love it. Would I ever cut my hair, or is Sirius holding me back? Sirius is definitely holding me back. I've wanted to cut my hair for a while now, but I just can't go back to the Sirius wig. I can't do it. I can't go back to Sirius in a wig. It just, like, I look at the gifs and I'm like, never again. Never again. I can't do it. It's amazing how much cosplay dictates my fashion now. Like, what I do, how I dress, like, how I keep my hair. It's because of goddamn cosplay. And I'm like, ugh. I want to chop it all off, but I can't. I can't because Sirius. So What's my hair routine? Nothing. I do shit all with my hair. I wash it occasionally, and then I sometimes put Moroccan oil in it, and that's it. What's my favorite Marvel character movie? I love Spider-Man. I love him. He's so adorable. And as far as like my favorite Marvel character movie, like the Spider-Verse movie, that is the epitome of everything I love. It was perfect. It is a perfect film, and Miles is perfect, and I love it. So, Spider-Verse and Miles. But there are a lot of characters to like in Marvel, so would I live here longer if I could? Probably. The hard thing is being away from family. I'm very, very close to my family, and it's really hard being away from them. But I love it here. If I could transplant my family here, then it would be just the epitome of perfection. I love it here, and I love my family, and it would be perfect. But I can't, unfortunately. So I'll just joint custody. I'll live with Jess sometimes, and then I'll live with my family sometimes, and it'll just be back and forth. Poor Jess. Let's see. Would I ever cosplay Marvel? I have cosplayed Marvel. I've cosplayed a couple characters. I did Bucky way back in the day. God, who else did I do? I know I've done something else, or maybe it was just Bucky. Anyway, I would love to cosplay more Marvel characters. I just haven't. I focus so much on Harry Potter and the stories and stuff that I rarely get around to doing other things. But I would really like to cosplay more Marvel. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did Loki. Thank you guys. Yes, I did Loki and I did Bucky. And yeah, so I think we're gonna call it a night. So thank you guys for sending in the questions, and that was fun to be able to chat. And I will be doing this again this upcoming month. This one's for February, since I didn't get around to doing that in February. So this is for February. I'll be doing another one in March. And as far as things that I have in store, I'll give you guys just quickly before I end this little update on some of the stuff that I planned. I have a Wolfstar music video that I have had finished and ready to go, but I just have not gotten around to posting it yet. And so that's going to be posted sometime soon. And partially part of the reason I haven't posted it yet was because YouTube wasn't allowing me to, because it was using a song that is copyrighted. But I've been able to post it on another platform, so I'll be able to post that. So I have that coming up. Jess and I have a lot of threads in store. We have 2 of our biggest threads that we've been working on. They're both many parts, and we've been working on them for a year. It's been 6 months to a year that we've been putting these 2 threads together. So we're finally filming for those, and we'll be posting those in the near future. And what else are we working on? We have a few Q&As. We have a few just kind of random one-off videos that we're working on. So there's a lot of good stuff in store, and I'm excited to post it, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. And I just want to thank you guys for being on this journey with me. and for just supporting and believing in me and the things that I do. It has been amazing, and you guys are wonderful. So thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you next time.